Good afternoon. Welcome back to the Map for College learning community. My name is Ernest Manelli, founder of Map for College, and this video will discuss the importance of clubs and activities in your college search. So many students are involved in clubs, activities, sports at the high school level, and then when those students go on to college, oftentimes there's the discussion, well, what sort of ways can I supplement my college experience in terms of meeting up with like-minded people, finding people who have common interests, maybe continuing with some of the clubs and organizations and pursuits and hobbies that you had in high school, or maybe continuing with some of those activities and then branching out to other opportunities that may not have been available, or opportunities for which you may not have had as much time in high school. I can think of a student with whom we worked in recent years. He always wanted to take a photography class, and he always wanted to get involved in photography. And he was an amateur photographer in the sense that he would just, take pictures and that sort of thing. But he wasn't even part of his high school yearbook team or school newspaper, because he played a couple of different varsity sports and he was involved in student council and all these other programs. So he just said, I have to be judicious in how I allocate my time. So I'll pursue my photography passion a little bit more concertedly at the college level, because this student knew, as much as he was able to play varsity soccer and lacrosse at the high school level, he knew that he was not going to be playing varsity soccer or varsity lacrosse, at the college level. So he was like, I might play intramural soccer, but I really want to try photography. So the student got involved in photography and really pursued that passion. And it's grown to the point where now this student is getting side gigs in terms of, can you, take pictures for this event? And he's actually doing things for his college school newspaper and college, like alumni magazine and, alumni groups. And so things are expanding as his photography interests expand. So that's an example of a student who had some talents and skills that, that student wanted to explore at the college level a little bit more. Other students, let's say if you're on the debate team or mock trial team, you might pursue debate in college. You might continue with something and just move forward at the college level. So whatever the case may be, I can think of another student who, sent me an email and said, hey, guess what? I tried out for the Ultimate Frisbee team. And I'm like, great. And thinking back to the student's high school experience, this student came from a high school where Ultimate Frisbee really wasn't even offered. In fact, I don't even know if it was a recreational pursuit. It was just one of those things that the student was coming from the Northeast and went to the Sun Belt states and a little bit warmer weather, and they happened to have an Ultimate Frisbee club, and bingo, the student joined, and it was a great way to make friends. So whatever the case may be, you want to focus on the academics, you want to focus on doing your due diligence and your research about academic departments, opportunities for foundational growth and learning, ability to translate those skills to the career portal in terms of being able to access that return on investment that everyone always seeks in terms of the intrinsic value of the educational experience in college, coupled with the ability to make and sustain an income and make and sustain a living within a profession of your choice. So there's that balance between doing what you love and being able to get paid for it and, keep the lights on and, keep a roof over your head. So you want to focus on the academics. You want to focus on how a college experience can leverage positively for your future. In addition to that, you want to come up with some strategy for things that you might want to do independently, because we all know that having a hobby, having some sort of what high schoolers would call co-curricular or extracurricular activities, even in adulthood, people who have hobbies, people who have interests, outside of their profession, outside of their family, outside of their even their friend network. They might go to the beach and take a canvas and paint, or they might, take a yoga class, or they might go hiking and do explore nature trails, or whatever the case may be. Having an activity of choice or activities of choice really serve to enrich your life and enrich the quality of your life. So as you're looking at prospective colleges and universities, you may wish to consider in a very concerted fashion which schools have specific opportunities that you're looking for. And this is a time, in high school, so much of the high school schedule tends to be regimented. And so much of that regimentation comes through, well, you have certain graduation requirements for your state, certain graduation requirements for your school or your district. You have certain accomplishments that you want to fulfill. For example, you might want to take advanced placement coursework as a way to help leverage the college application process, and because you really like the coursework that's being offered. But there's always that sense that you're doing something to get to the next level and be able to have a little bit more choice and autonomy. So once you are looking into your research and your due diligence about those college and university opportunities, I would definitely recommend that you take a look at the activities. Most student activities or clubs or intramurals or even structured, university-sponsored, faculty-sponsored clubs and activities, oftentimes a student leader or student leaders or captains, sometimes they'll be listed on the social media page of that activity, even on the website, linked officially to the college or university itself under activities of interest. Sometimes you have student leaders listed, sometimes you have faculty sponsors listed. The Young Entrepreneurs Club is sponsored by Professor so-and-so, and so as part of your search, it would help to put some of those informational opportunities to work for you, to say, well, I'm going to reach out and make contact with my business card and with my snail mail by U.S. mail. I'm a big believer, send someone, especially if you're planning out early enough, send someone a letter, thoughtful card, even if you just word process a document and sign it, send it off in the mail. And then when they get your business card and they get your letter and they see how thoughtful you are, you're more likely to get some sort of email response, or maybe one of their assistants or their graduate students, from if it's a professor, or just some way of establishing contact so that then you can have that two-way reciprocity. And of course, many students will see this and say, you know what, thanks for the advice, I'm just going to send an email. That works too, but and also social media. You can contact, especially if a club is like, hey, we're recruiting members for our, bird watching society, or we're recruiting members for our rugby team, or we're recruiting members for, our stamp collecting group. Whatever the case may be, then obviously social media will be a point of contact where you can link up and send a message and have all those wonderful communication options in the 21st century. So I think my take-home message is, consider who you are as a person and what interests will enrich and enliven your life and allow you to put in the heavy-duty hours of studying, because you know that on Thursday night you're going to a poetry reading, or on Saturday morning you're going on an early morning photo shoot, or out in a nature park or something, or you're going to play some sort of intramural softball team in which your dorm is matched up against another dorm, and you're sort of competing for bragging rights or pizza or ice cream or something. Check out the opportunities that would enrich your life, because you want to be fully compensated with your research, both academically and in your personal interests. And taking that synthesis into account really helps to inform and shape who you are as an entire applicant. Because after all, in addition to informing and shaping and enriching your life, activities also serve as a conversation starter for an alumni interview, for a campus interview, for your common application essay, for those school-specific supplements that many colleges require. If something is really important to you, or you think some new chapter in your life will open up when you get to college and you want to try something new for the first time, then communicate your hopes and dreams and aspirations within the context of that goal-oriented, outlook and your vision for the future. So again, it's all part of the confluence of your narrative. Coming up with a narrative, crafting a narrative that really speaks to the person that you are and the person that you want to become. Because the college experience is about that transformation from late adolescent years to early adulthood years, and the process of making and keeping new friends and maintaining interests that you have that are dear to you. So if we can help you to consider all of the different elements that are important to your life and important to your college search, please feel free to contact us. My email is guidance@mapforcollege.com. It's just spelled out, MAPFOR college.com. So guidance@mapforcollege.com. You can call me up, 781-925-0121. Yes, we do still have a landline. And I just want to say, check out our website, www.mapforcollege.com. We are happy to help you to create a personalized action plan for college, and that includes the entire holistic nature of your goals and aspirations, personally, academically, professionally. We're happy to help. It's what we do. It's what drives us. We have a passion for helping students to realize their goals and to help them to get quality information that informs and shapes their journey. So students and families, please feel free to contact us, and we look forward to seeing you with our next educational video. Have a great day.